Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on our $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades at 3.5% each. And we also do take into account losses, and it's not 201 consecutive trades. So further details and information about how to join the challenge are in the description below. In the previous video, we looked at Oilco, its current status, its potential status as a private limited company, and also its future status as a potential stock on the OTC. And we also looked at potential conversion of MMTLP into shares of Oilco. So please refer back to the previous video for details of this important update. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 stocks to hold in times of inflation. And before we do that, I'm going to have a quick update on symbol MMAT Metamaterials. So let's start by having a look at the chart for today. So there is a positive news, and the stock was up by just in excess of 4.3%. Closing at $1.69, and let's now have a look at the latest developments with regard to the stock. So the key development today is with regard to the price of oil. So on the screen here we can see from oilprice.com that oil is up in excess of 2.26% today. WTI crude is currently trading around about $92. In the previous video, when we looked at the price of oil, it was just trading around about $86. Brent crude was just in excess of $90. So there are very significant increases in the price of oil going on right now. In the previous video, I also predicted that there is a potential for oil to hit $100 in the very near future. And the headline at the bottom here is cold spell in Permian sends oil prices even higher. So the key reason for the increase in oil prices is the tension between Russia and Ukraine. So what could this mean for our special dividend? So in the previous video, we looked at potential spin out into Oilco. So that is the most likely outcome. However, the company have officially actually stated they're looking to get the best outcome for investors. So in my opinion, and I think in most people's opinions, the best outcome is to get a buyer for the assets. If that happens, I'm sure we will get maximum return and maximum value for the special dividend. So in terms of the current situation with regards to the price of oil, this will certainly put a premium on any special dividend that we do get. In terms of any potential conversion of shares into Oilco, what this also means, the valuation and the potential valuation of Oilco should also be higher. So potentially good news. We are still waiting till a date of around about March 2022, where the company have announced that they will give us more information. That March 2022, I don't think that's going to be the date where we will receive the dividend. That's where we will get an announcement and possibly a date for the dividend. So in the next part of the video, I'd like to look at 4 stocks to hold in times of inflation. So as I'm sure many of you will be aware, that we're looking at potential number of increases in interest rates to deal with the threat of inflation that is not only affecting the USA, it's also affecting Europe, and it's also affecting the UK. Inflation is a significant problem worldwide right now. So we're going to look at 4 stocks to hold and give good return in times of inflation. So the first stock is ticker symbol AA. This is a stock that has been shared in the Discord when it was trading around about the $40 mark. And if you have a look at the screen here, this is a stock that I first brought to the Discord before November, but around about November I did highlight this stock as a potential stock that is going to benefit very, very significantly from the infrastructure bill. And I also identified the ticker symbol X and NUE. So let's focus first of all on the first stock for today, ticker symbol AA. So let's start by having a look at a quick profile of ticker symbol AA, also known as Alcoa. So on the screen here, we're going to just summarize quickly for anybody who's not aware of this company. The AA is a company that engages in the production of bauxite, aluminium and aluminium products. It operates through the following segments, which are aluminium, alumini and bauxite. As already stated, it's a company that's worldwide refining system processes bauxite into aluminium. And the company was founded in 1886, headquartered in Pittsburgh. But the important things I'd like to share with regard to the company are on the right hand side. So in terms of annual sales, the company does have annual sales in excess of 12.1 billion. The company is also profit making, so the current profit at the latest information provided was we're looking at a profit of approximately $429 million. So the net margin is approximately 3.53%. Return on assets 8.86%. So in terms of financials, very healthy. In terms of sales, very strong. And for the potential future, I think this is a very, very solid company. Let's now have a look at the analyst rating for ticker symbol AA. So these analyst ratings are currently based on 12 analysts. It is overall a strong buy. 9 have rated it as a buy and 3 have rated it as a hold. In terms of the actual price targets, the stock has moved up very, very quickly recently. So when the analysts did look at this, it was probably trading below $40. So based on the previous analyst rating, we're looking at currently an upside potential on a high of $78 and on an average of $67.67. The next thing I'd like to share with regards to the stock is the chart. So on the screen here, we're going to have a look at the 1 year chart for ticker symbol AA. And I think what's certainly interesting with regard to the stock, over the previous 12 months, the stock has gone up in excess of 214%, which I think is staggering, and it beats many, many other stocks in terms of the growth for the 1 year. It's still currently going through a bullish phase, and we can see at time of editing on close of play on the Friday, it was also up in excess of 2% at $64.10. So in terms of inflation, this is certainly a very good stock to hold. And the background in terms of the company, we're dealing with aluminium. Again, strong demand for that, not only in the US, but also worldwide, and that is expected to continue. The next stock I'd like to share with you, which I think is also a good stock to hold in times of inflation, is ticker symbol ABBV, also known as ABBV. So on the screen here, we're going to have a quick look at the profile. So we'll start at the bottom. So ABBV is a research-based biopharmaceutical company engaged in the development and sale of pharmaceutical products. It focuses on treating conditions such as autoimmune diseases, rheumatology, etc. Also deals with HIV and other serious health conditions. So what's important here is the market cap. So we're looking at a huge market cap here of in excess of $230.5 billion. We're also looking at a company that pays a dividend. So the dividend yield is currently at 3.99%. So let's have a look at the track record at the top. The company has a track record of increasing its dividend, and it's done so for 49 years. And that puts it on within striking distance of joining an exclusive Dividend King club. So it's a rock solid company in terms of investors and its patents. We can see here that there have been some concerns with regard to patents. Sale of drugs in question, Humira, have been slowing. However, in terms of revenue, it has recently carried out an acquisition of a company called Allergan. The company is known for the drug Botox. And in terms of the ABBV, they paid $63.4 billion for Allergan in 2020. And the potential of that purchase should also come out fairly soon. So let's now have a look at the analyst rating for the company. So what's important here in terms of analysts, we have a significant number of analysts looking at this stock. So all 19 have rated it either a buy or a hold. So 15 at a buy and 4 at a hold. So the overall consensus is a strong buy. In terms of upside potential, on a high, we're looking at a price of $180. And on average, we're also looking at a price of approximately $148. So let's now have a look at the chart for this stock, ticker symbol ABBV. So on the screen here, we're going to have a look at the 1 year chart for ticker symbol ABBV. So if you had invested in this stock 1 year ago, it would have given you a positive return of just in excess of 31%. So again, that does beat the overall S&P 500, and it also does beat the overall market. So very strong and healthy return. So what we can see is of significant in this chart is the period of September. Around that time, it was trading approximately $120. And we can see a very, very significant fall. So there was some bad news there. And then the stock did go close to $100. But what we can see from the period of November, strong green candles, strong recovery, and the stock is now going through a very strong bullish phase. The outlook for the company is now good. And from that low, close to $100, we've seen a very strong increase, currently trading approximately $141.26. So a great stock to hold for the long term in times of inflation. The next stock, which I think is an interesting stock to hold in times of inflation, is ticker symbol CVX, also known as Chevron. So this is a company you may be aware of. So if anybody's not aware of this, let's have a quick look at the profile at the bottom. Chevron is a company that is engaged in the administrative, financial management and technology support for energy and chemical operations. So it's involved in the development and production of crude oil, natural gas, etc. So at the top we can see in terms of dividend yield, this is a very healthy 4.64%, and the market cap is huge. We're looking at $220.55 billion. So this is actually the second largest oil company in the US, and it's currently producing approximately 3.1 million barrels of oil per day. The other thing to note about the company is with regard to the balance sheet. So the balance sheet is very healthy. So with regard to free cash flow, so the company recently recorded an amount of $6.7 billion, and that is on top of the $47 billion of cash and cash equivalents that the company recorded on its balance sheet. So a very healthy balance sheet there. We're looking at total debt of $37 billion, which would be easily covered. Let's now have a look at the analyst rating for the stock. So again, in terms of the analyst rating, we have 17 analysts who have looked at the stock. 13 have rated it as a buy, 4 have rated it as a hold, and none have rated it as a sell. So it's a very strong buy. In terms of on a high, we're looking at a high price of approximately $166 on an average of $142. So let's now have a look at the chart for the previous 12 months. So on the screen here, you'll be able to see the 1-year chart for ticker symbol CVX. And what's interesting here, if you had invested in this stock 12 months ago, it would have given you a very healthy return in excess of 53%. And the stock approximately 12 years ago was trading just below $90. And we can see around about the period September 2021, the stock was just in excess of $95. And from there, it has been on a very, very strong bullish run. And right now we can see lots of green candles. It was up today in excess of 1.81%, currently trading at $136. The potential outlook for the near term is also very strong, especially with regard to the price of oil and gas. And the final stock I'd like to look at with regard to a stock to hold in times of inflation is ticker symbol MPC, also known as Marathon Petroleum. So let's start by having a quick look at the company profile at the bottom. So this is an independent company, and it's engaged in refining, marketing and transportation of petroleum products in the US. It also operates in segments such as refining, marketing, retail and midstream. With regard to the company, it does operate a dividend yield, so we're currently looking at this around about 3.71%, and in terms of the market cap, this is also quite strong, just in excess of $38 billion. In terms of its current status, the company is now posting positive earnings, so this is good news. But I think what's certainly interesting with regard to the company is that recently, between July and October 2021, the company repurchased $1.5 billion of its own stock as part of its prior announcement, and this announcement was looking at buying back $10 billion in common stock as part of the sale of its Speedway business earlier in the year. So this is certainly good news, and this is also one reason why, with regard to analysts who have looked at the stock and given it a much better price target. So let's now have a look at the current overall analyst rating for the stock. So from the analyst rating, we can see here that 13 analysts have looked at the stock, 11 have rated it as a buy, 2 have rated it as a hold, and none of them have rated it as a sell. So overall, the consensus is a strong buy. And on a high, we're looking at a potential price of $90. Now let's have a look at the overall chart for the previous 12 months. Let's now have a look at the chart for the previous 12 months. So on the screen here, we can see that the stock would have given you a very positive return in excess of 66%. Approximately 12 years ago, this was trading below $48. And right now we can see it's going through a very strong bullish phase, currently in excess of $78.60. And we can see on close of play on the Friday, the stock was also up in excess of 2%. So the outlook and the future for the next 12 months certainly looks very positive. And finally, if you'd like to get advanced notification of due diligence in such stocks, join us in our Discord. So AA was also one of the stocks that we shared when it was trading around about $40. And as you will have seen, it's currently trading in excess of $62. So you can join for as little as $9 a month. And this will also give you the opportunity to join us on the $1 Million Challenge as well. Details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.